So first day at Blackmur's camp on Athabasca. We're gonna probably start doing some flyouts tomorrow, maybe to Angler Lake. But I brought Pat to this spot. There's this spot here I fished 2 years ago when I was at Blackmur's camp, and this bay has really kind of haunted me since ever since. So there's a story behind it, but I fished it quickly, caught nothing. A thunderstorm rolled through, and then the other two members of my party slipped in right behind me after we left and caught 4 giant-sized fish. So anyway, there's lots of water here to fish. The other fellows in our group are just to the south, and we're gonna kind of poke along and fish a bunch of bays in the middle and meet in the middle. It's kind of weird. It's almost like I'm reliving the experience. The first time I was in this bay, a thunderstorm rolled in, and it was a violent thunderstorm, and it shut the fish right off afterwards. Anyway, we're in the back. This is the first spot we tried. We raised how many fish, Pat? Quite a few.
Oh, I would say at least 12.
And like some pretty decent ones. And anyway, I got this one on. It's the first kind of sort of decent fish of the trip. Just on a soft plastic, just a big Mogambo grub, unweighted. There's a creek channel here. So 2 years ago when I was here, there was not enough water. I didn't even know this existed. So we're like way up. I don't know if you can hear the thunder there. Way up in this channel, there's a creek. Eventually we're gonna make our way over there where we can hear some water flowing in. But there is some big fish, bigger fish. 71, almost 72 degree water temperature. Yeah, decent fish.
Nice.
It's okay. We'll take it, right? Just to start?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, actually, you know what?
That's not a bad fish.
It's better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just like, don't worry, don't put the camera on. All right, okay. Well, let's stop talking and I'll grab that girl. Just completely inhaled that grub. Look at that. Totally inhaled it. Oh, that was a big flash.
Yep.
Yeah. Could you see that out of the corner of your eye?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, you know what? We're too far from the lodge. Like, if this hits, we're just gonna take shelter here. Come here, honey. Not bad fish. Athabasca. You gotta love it. Oh! Oh. I had that fish.
Right at the boat.
Yeah, it was my leader again.
Oh.
It didn't break the line or anything. It slipped off the loop. Okay, so this is squarely directed at Larry Durhack of Fantastic Leaders Canada. There's an issue, okay? Unbelievable. All right, there's more in here. All right, we're still on day one. We weathered a pretty vicious thunderstorm. Covered a fair bit of water, and poking around, the water is so different on this trip compared to 2 years ago because it's higher. It's hard to figure things out. But anyway, Pat's got a pretty decent one. That's just on a big white grub, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, unweighted white grub. Mogambo, Octo-Mogambo. And I raised one, we saw another one, we got a handful of smaller ones, and this is, yeah, it's all right. Nothing wrong with that one.
Got some
Cool.
beautiful markings on it.
Yeah, it does actually. So rather than me just blah, 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 talk and talk and talk, I think I'm probably just gonna cradle this fish, you know?
She's ready.
Yeah, I think so too.
There we go. There we go. All right.
We got it. We got it. We got it. All right. Good stuff. Mr. Pat Kitchen. Up to bat once again. Another decent fish. Pretty decent fish. We found a little nest of fish here, boys. Tony's over there waving. He's in his underwear, actually. But it's actually quite warm out right now. That's a big grub. Big musky grub. I may just grab that one, actually, just because. I like grabbing them. Swing it over here if you can.
What are you laughing at, boys?
The friggin' clown posse's over here to laugh at us now.
How not to unhook a pike.
There we go. That was really bad. Okay, after I lost that last one a second ago, Pat's hooked up again. Yeah, you know what? It's okay. It's like one of those mid-sized ones. The grub is completely inhaled. Swing it around to this side of the boat if you can. Yeah, I'm gonna let you land that one because you'll land it. Yeah, it's just a nice fat little one. Good stuff. Right on. Ooh, yeah, the hook's actually barely in there. Nice, he's just ate some too. Just the angle of the sun isn't too great. Swing it around just so I can. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Lots of those kind of just like chunky mid-size fish. Very good. Okay, we've been poking around here on our second full day west of camp. Just trying to find the fish. Things are different because the water's high this year and they're not in the same spots I found them 2 years ago. I just saw a fish that was high 40s. Actually, that's not a real super big one. It's definitely not the one I just saw. Pat's like, get the camera on. But it's a nice little mid-sized fish. Chunky guy, yeah. But there's fish here. We're definitely onto something here, I think. So, nah, it's just like a normal sized little guy. The one I saw was just gargantuan, absolutely huge. So, anyway, we know they're here, so it's a good sign. Yeah, there you go, perfect release. All right, let's try and find that big girl.
Yep.
This is a nice big thick fish. The same area where Pat, I filmed his smaller one. Pretty good one, eh, buddy?
Yeah, beauty.
This one's just on a Johnson silver minnow spoon. Gonna probably try and cradle this fish. So when the time comes, I'll grab the camera and I'll be multitasking. Porpoising, right on. I think he inhaled that spoon pretty good. Oh, there's another pike right there. Oh yeah, it's a decent. That's not a bad one either. It's not a giant one, but this is definitely a spot. Right on. Look at that. It's like weird because the hook is right in the corner of his mouth. Why is it bleeding so much?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll turn him around or turn her around and lead it right in. That's really weird. Wait. Okay, just, yeah, get it. It's not good when it's bent like that. We got it. Right on.
Nice.
Right on. That was cool. And there's more to be caught, I'm positive. All right. 5 minutes after that last one. Oh, this is a big fish. This is a mammoth fish. I got this fish. Oh, I'm freaking right now. That thing moved like a bathtub full of water. Pat was just talking to the other boys on the radio, and he's got his line still in the water. It's probably snagged on the bottom. And this thing's all wrapped up now. And I hooked this beast. There is a lot of big pike, big time, in this bay. So anyway, you know what? They're not really fighting that hard. It went on a couple of long runs, and
I see in the back.
And now it's kind of just lethargic. So I'm gonna take the camera, and we're gonna do the same thing we did before. The cradle man. We're not fooling around today. No more fooling around. So they're such high-sided boats, and with all the rods and stuff there, you know what? It's actually kind of hard to cradle these babies. We're gonna have to bring the net, Pat, I think, as much as I don't. Oh, hold it. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it's ready. Okay. Oh. Okay, wait. Okay, now. Woo! Yeah!
Way to go, man.
All right.
Awesome.
Right on, man. Here, come here. Right on. That was a lame high five, but that's okay. Okay, this is really incredible. Pat had a hit on
The Dr. Spoon.
Dr. Spoon. Missed it. Oh, I'm just trying to eat my sandwich right now and getting interrupted by fish. This fish followed it right to the boat, and then he flipped out the grub, the big white grub. That fish just sucked it right in. Way to go, man.
Just a little bit of fun.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, that's a nice fish. It's a very quality fish. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna grab the cradle.
He's beat up on the back. Look at that. He's got one heck of a scar, man.
I'm gonna call that fish Old Scarback.
Old scar back.
So we're in this bay where in the general area where there's a nearby bay that was full of fish 2 years ago, and it was barren of fish now. So we just kind of just poked around until we found this spot nearby, which I fished 2 years ago and was empty of fish, and now it's switched around. This is where all the fish are. So you just gotta be persistent, and you find them eventually. We're gonna get Old Scarback in the net. He didn't like the look of that cradle.
No,
too
he didn't
much.
like that too much.
No. Come on, honey. All right, we got it. All right, way to go, man. That's a pretty decent one. Little after dinner walleye fishing on day 2, and it just got off. It's okay, Pat. There's gonna be more.
2 in a row.
Yeah, we've caught a bunch. The lodge is just around the point right there. This is the delta of the Otherside River where it flows into Lake Athabasca. It's really windy, so there's probably going to be some wind noise here. But there's just all kinds of fish here. There's a channel here, 10, 11 feet. Pretty much any kind of plastic. You don't have to get fancy. I think you could probably use your beer cap lures that you made.
Yes. We have to do that by the end of the week.
Pat made some beer cap lures with Molson Canadian beer caps, apparently. Okay, let's see if we can keep this one hooked. Mr. Kitchen. There's a lot of cabbage down there, actually. Loads and loads of cabbage.
And I'm in it now, too.
Yeah, I see that.
So we could have 8 pounds of cabbage on it. Feels like a better fish.
A little after dinner walleye fishing. It's a big
Oh.
pike, dude. Oh no, it's actually a really nice walleye. It's a really nice walleye. Beautiful walleye. I saw the head shake and I'm like, I just saw this big head. But no, that's a really nice walleye. Way to go.
Of course, we don't have a net, eh?
Nope. That's a dandy walleye.
Going where it wants, when it wants.
That's why you shouldn't use 1.5 pound test. Beauty, look at that. Nice fat one.
Yeah.
Right on. Gorgeous fish. And let me just pan around so all the people watching this video can see. Right there is the lodge. Right in front of the lodge. And there's the rapids flowing in right there. And there's our angling companions over there. Pounding away on walleyes. Very good. I think Tony has one on as we speak. I'm going to take a picture of that one. Excellent. Another walleye. Yeah, as Pat just pointed out to me seconds before I turned on the camera, he's field testing some new products for me here right now. It's actually a 3-inch big hammer swim bait. This is a really cool one. It's really cool pink color. Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like it. Let's see if you can catch that one that was like a giant bowling ball when you set the hook into it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, come on. Day 3 here at Blackmur's camp. We're all sticking close to camp today because they're calling for gale force winds and monsoon rains and just horrible, horrible weather. We tried to head out into the main lake and there's giant swells out there. So we just came back in here, right beside the lodge. What do you think, Pat? We're casting for
Medium size.
medium size. We're casting for pike here. The lodge is, there's a couple of lodge boats. There's another lodge boat right there. We're all hanging out. Oh yeah, that's a medium size is the perfect description. You're gonna want to swing that fish up to the upwind side.
That's your shoulder knob.
Yeah. There we go.
Sweet.
There you go. Good job, sir. Nice start. You got the nut? All right. Very good. Pat's got this awesome new high-tech rod.
Micro stick.
It's incredible.
High vis.
You know it's easy fishing when you resort to using an ice fishing rod just for fun.
We don't have ice in Georgia.
All right. On the micro rod. Look at that. That's how easy it is here at Blackmur's. Okay, we made a very long run out to the main body of the lake. It's like eerie, foggy, and looking for lake trout off this main lake point. Just got here. I'm using the Shadzilla, big pink Shadzilla, and you know what? Did it get off? No, it's still on there. Just a little guy, but we're filming this for posterity. Look at that. They like the pink. I think we might switch over to pink there, Pat. Okay, come here, honey. Oh, not a bad start.
Nice.
Yeah, right on. There'll be bigger ones, I'm sure. And back she goes. The first of many. All right, it's Pat's turn, and this is a momentous fish here on Lake Athabasca, because I do believe this is Pat's first ever lake trout.
That's right.
This is a very, very momentous moment.
Almost exciting even.
Yeah. So there's this big, long, needle-like point that sticks out into the lake, and we're kind of just weaving back and forth along the one side of it. Big bouldery area. I just said, hey, this looks good. I think we're probably going to get something here, and bang! Same lure. We switched Pat over to the Shadzilla again. It's, you know what, it's not a big one, but it doesn't matter.
It's nice anyway.
It doesn't matter. Very, very good, sir. I'm going to have to take a picture of that too, because it's your first ever lake trout.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool. Not a bad little fish. Way to go, bud.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Look at that big giant bait. They big baits usually big fish. That's what we're targeting today. But these little ones don't seem to have any problem eating these lures. All right. Big head shakes. He just slammed this big giant pink Shadzilla. We're in 40 feet of water here right now. I don't think it's that big. They fool you sometimes, and they, even those like 6-7 pounders, they slam it. But look at how glass calm Athabasca is. This never happens. Never. What do we got here? Let's have a look at you. Fat. Super fat little trout. So we're running like 20 feet of this really heavy fluoro. So if the fish roll, it doesn't hurt them as much, and you can just grab them boat side. Okay, come here, you. Alright. Chubby little trout. A gluttonous little trout. Look at the size of the lure this guy had. The Shadzilla. It's a musky lure, but trout like it. Now, if we were going to have shore lunch, that'd be a perfect size. But we're not. Here we go. Another one. On the Shadzilla, the pink Shadzilla. You're barely reeling it. What's going on?
Oh, I'm trying to get it on the motor.
Yeah, it's not around the motor. You're good. Come on, honey. You know, might be a good one when Pat doesn't say much. He gets real quiet. Oh, that's a
Decent
yeah, it's
fish.
a decent fish. Yeah, decent fish. Oh,
Oh,
how did that happen? Those hooks are razor sharp.
That was a good look.
Okay, that's okay. We'll get more.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey!
With the stogie and all. Yeah.
Look at you. He's on safari.
By the way, he's smoking a Tito Fuentes, hand-rolled in Nicaragua.
Could you repeat that for the camera back
June 27th, 2018. Fishing on Upper Poplar Point here.
Lake Athabasca,
Lake
Black
Athabasca. Mike Borger is teaching me everything I need to do here.
I was more interested in the cigar, actually. We haven't even really got a look at this fish yet, have we?
No, it's down there.
And was that on one of those Husky Devil spoons?
We just switched the
Daredevil
to a the finger Daredevils, the big ones.
I got copper finish with a chartreuse stripe down the middle.
Yeah.
But do you know what color chartreuse is?
Ah, this guy does.
Remember?
I think this one's bigger than the 7-pounder I caught. There we go.
Okay, this is quite the epic fight.
There you go. There you go.
It's a 7-pounder hooked in the anal vent.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Oh, beauty. Hey, 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 hey! Tony! Right on.
He gives a hand with the whole gill thing.
Max, this is your shout out, son. Wish you were here.
Awesome. We started out lake trout fishing. Just moved straight across to this beautiful big long bay where I had some pretty good success a couple of years ago. And it's so much different from 2 years ago. This channel up here was just narrow and weed choked. And now it goes and goes and goes forever. We just caught like what, a dozen or so smaller ones. And this one's pretty decent. I have a feeling there's a lot of big fish here. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but this fish here, these fish, just in general, that are on the north shore, the rocky, kind of more clear north shore. Remember how milky and kind of white those big giants we caught on the south shore were?
Yeah.
Yeah, just different kind of water. On a spinnerbait, come here, buddy. Come on. It's just unbelievable. There's so many pike in here. The problem is we got here late in the afternoon. I want to spend more time here. And we have, what, a 2-hour boat ride back to camp?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, come here. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Decent fish. Good start. Okay, this fish is going wild here that Pat just hooked.
Right
Here,
towards the boat.
I'm going to maybe move the boat. We'll think we'll be okay. Good stuff. That thing just slammed his Johnson silver minnow and took off like a runaway locomotive. What did we say this morning? Like Usain Bolt being chased by cops. Haven't really got a good look at it. It's a nice, healthy, chunky one for sure. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, for sure. Way to go, buddy. It's so perfect in here. Just flat, calm. We're at the end of this big, long, deep arm that, like, the arm is like over 120 feet deep. And the last like kilometer is just, it necks down, it just keeps getting narrower and narrower down here at the end. And it's like, I don't know, 4 to 6 feet deep with cabbage everywhere, and there's reeds all around the fringe. It's just like, if you looked up awesome pike spot in Wikipedia, they'd have a picture of this spot. The only downside is, like I said, we got a 2-hour boat ride back to camp. But you know what? I might pull the net out for that one, bud.
I think so.
Yep. Yep.
He's not quite ready.
Yeah, I'm not going to try and grab that beast. It's funny, like, yeah, that thing just slammed it and was going in the other direction. He just took off. There we go. All right. Beauty. Nice big fat one. The Killer Bay. Another very decent pike. This one followed my lure right in. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, it's pretty good. It's thick. It's a thick one. I got a red and white Johnson silver minnow on here with a grub as usual. He followed in, he nipped at it. Nip, nip, nip. And I'm like, it's just a little hammer handle. And I saw it and flipped it back out there, and he just immediately came and sucked it in. This bay is awesome. I don't want to leave. We've barely scratched the surface on this spot. It's wild. But we're gonna have to, you know. Otherwise we'll get back at midnight. See if I can just net this guy. All right, there we go. And that's how it's done. I just lost a pretty big one, and Pat just hooked up to this one, which is, I think, pretty solid on a weedless doctor spoon. The doctor is in this morning here. on Athabasca. Fire tiger, weedless Dr. Spoon. Yeah, the main lake is just pretty rough, so we took about an hour-long run to get into the lee, and we're up in this creek. It's about 1 to 2 feet deep, and water temperature is still only 63 Fahrenheit. So the fish are still in here and pretty active. Right on. Nice thick ones. Even the ones that are, you know, mid-size, they're all thick and fat. You okay with that? Land that one by yourself?
I hope so.
Way to go, buddy. Big head on that guy.
He's heavy.
Yeah. Well done, sir. Show the people back home watching this video your fingers. There was a little bit of, you know, it's a good day when your fingers are all bandaged up. But anyway, it's hard to tell exactly how big this fish is. But man, he just hammered the grub. He's just scything all of this cabbage just all over the place. Going crazy in here. So many fish in here. No real big ones yet, but there you go. Lots of these guys here. Fun. I thought this was a small fish. We're going right up and down this shoal here now, and this thing just went wild. Long run. Hey boys. I think it's a fairly decent lake trout. It's not giant, but you know what? Based on the run it just took, this is on a big papa dock. Cool. Right on. We'll take it. Good timing, boys.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Did you catch it on the backside of the shell?
Yeah. There we go. Athabasca lake trout. Nice. Cool. On the papa dock. I got one on here. Mepps muskie killer. Oh, that's a nice thick one too. An Athabasca double. What'd you say? What time? Did you say it was 5:40? Yeah. All right. Mine's being very docile now. All of a sudden.
Big one right here, Mike.
There's not much I can do about it.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by big fish. I don't know, 10 minutes ago I had one on spinnerbait. And I don't know if it's the same fish, it's the same area. It's a big, long, skinny bay, but I was just casting in the middle. It's like 10 feet. And the water's a little roiled up because of the wind. That's a solid fish. So, motored back up. And I got the old school Mepps muskie killer on here. And it just came up, like behind, I just saw this thing engulf the whole thing. Oh man, it's heart stopping. Right on. So I don't know if this is the same fish or not, but I think there's no doubt there's quite a few big fish in here, right Pat?
Yeah.
You saw a lot in the back end of the bay. I don't know, it seems to be a really good evening bite here too. So, bye-bye. It's not my day. Okay, it's Pat's turn now. Moments after I lost mine, I'm gonna get the net out for this one. We're not gonna fool around anymore. It's a pretty good bay, I would say.
Quite ready yet.
Nope. Oh. The ugly stick. That literally looked like the ugly stick commercial. The tip was bent right over. We're gonna really want to get him on the upwind side. Jam it right under the water. Get it swinging around. There you go. Come on, big mama. Are you excited?
A little bit. Lock and drag down and still taking it.
That's a pretty hefty fish. Come on, honey. It's amazing how many big fish can be in one small bait. Oh, okay. There. We got it. Oh, it's a nice one. Way to go, bud.
Thank you.
Right after Pat, we took pictures of Pat's fish. We motored up for another drift. And I don't know. It's hard to tell with these fish sometimes, but this is insane. Oh, there's a big patch of thick cabbage right there. And oh, is it still on? This is why I use braid. Oh, let's have a look at this fish. It was right in the midst of all that thick cabbage, so it's probably a dink. Yeah, actually, no, it's pretty decent. I'm gonna get the net out for that one. Oh, this is wild. Oh my god. Oh. I'm like, that's just a little one. And Pat just raised one on his spoon, right, buddy?
It was big.
A big one.
It was a doctor spoon.
And I'm like, I gotta get this little dink off so I can cast to the big one. And then it came alive. Yeah, it's okay. It's an okay one. Come on. You know the fishing's good when you're like trying to reef in 36 or 38 inch fish because they're too small. Yeah, that one's solid. That one's solid.
Very nice.
Not as big as the two that spat the lure back in my face a little earlier. But I'll take it.
That's solid.
Yeah, no, it's a nice solid fish. No. I don't think there's any chance of this one coming unhooked. Yeah, I should probably not. Yeah. Right on. Not bad. Hey boys.
Yeah, this one's all right. Let's go.
Okay, here we are at Blackmur's camp on Angler Lake in northern Saskatchewan. We just flew in for the day. This camp is not being used right now, so the lake is very rarely fished. And we just flew in from the main lodge for the day, pulled the boats down. We're about to load up and hit the lake. Mr. Tony Fisher, what do you think our prospects are for today?
The weather
Or lake?
forecast is tremendous. It's going to support our fishing. And I think the fishing outlook will be superb.
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 I'll be yelling
Fantastic.
fish on all day long.
Yelling fish on all day long.
Yes.
This is coming from the infamous Flip and Toss.
Tackle Box 2018.
Tackle Box 2018, Canada Fishing Guide version.
You got it.
Here we go. High five.
Bam.
We're on Engler Lake, and you can't see it, but we navigated down through a sea. Hey, Pat?
Yeah.
Just a sea of whitecaps to the opposite end of the lake, and we're in the river now, where it's the only place where you can fish. Actually, I thought that one was bigger than it was.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And but anyway, it's a nice protected spot, and we just started fishing. It's literally the only place in the lake where you can fish. And I just had this decent pike. It's a start, right?
Yeah.
Right
Solid fish.
on. Yeah. It's a solid fish. It's nowhere near as big as I thought it was, but we'll take it to start. There we go. It's mid-size, Toyota Camry. I just missed one like about 5 minutes ago. Pat's just dealing with a giant backlash right now. I jammed myself up into this little patch of reeds. This little river here is like 15 to 25 feet deep. Unbelievable. And there's these little side pockets here. And apparently the pike like them. So I missed one here 5 minutes ago, and we drifted further down. Oh, that's a big fish. I came back up in here and jammed the boat up into the reeds. I got like a mid-sized one a second ago. So, how am I going to deal with this? You know what? I'm going
I might need to push us out with a paddle.
You know what? I'm going to lead this guy right into the reeds here. That's a nice fish. That's a really nice fish.
Look at the size of the tail.
You know, no one can appreciate this because we didn't film it, but the boat ride down is about 13 kilometers. We rode a tailwind, but it's god-awful. It's huge rollers and whitecaps. And we had no idea whether this was even going to be navigable in here. I was kind of half expecting we were going to have to just turn around and do a 2-hour boat ride back. But apparently there's fish in here. Thank goodness. Fortune favors the bold. That's what I like to say. So I'm going to... See, you know, this is almost good because the weeds... It's almost like being in a cradle. It feels safe in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going crazy yet. This fish is being incredibly docile. Thank you very much, fish. Oh, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. We could have had him 10 times there. Okay, come on back in here. Come on back in here. You're gonna like it. It's all nice and safe and weeds. No one can hurt you. Come on. Oh, don't open your yap. Don't open your yap. Okay, we're gonna net that fish now. Thank you, sir. Good job, Pat. That wasn't easy to do either. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we just landed the first giant there. I think this one's a pretty decent one too. I cannot believe the current here in here. It's moving big time. We're just casting into these little pockets, and man, there's some big fish in here. I'm gonna probably have to get the net out. I think I'll get it in a second. Wow. I haven't really got a really good look at this fish yet, but I may have to start the motor because, like, show the shoreline. See how fast we're moving. Actually, we're moving. This is crazy. Ooh, doggy, come on. So here's the funny thing. Pat's like, oh look, there's an another nice little pocket up there, and he didn't cast into it. I'm like, why didn't you do that? And he's like, such a nice guy. Like, oh, I'm leaving it for you. Nice guy. That probably should have been your fish. And we got it. A nice big fat one too. Right on. Kind of near the end of our day here on Angler Lake. And just jigging for walleye, or at least Pat is. I'm still casting for pike. There's a lot of nice walleyes in this current here. Nice walleye.
Nice eater.
Nice eater, yeah. We should be eating a couple. Very nice. I think I got something on here that's decent. It's funny, I was just daydreaming to myself. I literally was just daydreaming. I was kind of just watching Pat jig for walleye, and I came right up to the river mouth there, and I threw this doctor spoon in, and I'm like, I just can't believe there's not a big pike. I just can't believe, there's not at least one. Come on. Like, it was crazy. And this is probably going to turn out to be like a 5-pounder hooked in the dorsal fin or something. But it just stopped dead. Mike's excited when the second he hooks the fish, he says, get the camera. It's just like having its way with me here, seriously. It's going wherever it wants. Oh my. I haven't even got a single glimpse of this fish yet. I'm excited. Oh, this is not a small fish.
We're out of the current now.
Yeah. Come on, let me just look at you. Oh, that. Yeah, it's pretty big.
Okay.
Right on. I'll lead it in. Oh, got it. Woohoo! All right. High five. Right on. Cool. Right on. Okay. Okay. Jigging in front of the lodge. Last day. It's going to be miraculous if I get this in, but a really quite large pike just T-boned my walleye, and I've got both of them on. He's not letting go. This is a pretty big pike, actually.
Taking some drag.
Yeah, big time. I don't think, like, this pike is not hooked. He's just not letting go of the walleye. I'd really like to have a look at it on the video, at least to have a look at it. It looked 40-inch plus to me, but we'll see. So it just goes to show you, I did this before when I was here at the lodge, except I actually hooked the pike on a jig. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. Yeah, no, he let go. He let go. Dang it. Well, hold on. Let's have a look at this walleye. See if there's teeth marks on it. No, yeah, kind of. Yeah, a few little abrasions up near the head, but that was a huge pike. And I put all my pike rods away. Throwing a doctor spoon or something right now. All right.
Hey folks, Tackle Box 2018 here, flip and toss, and we're celebrating our first monster pike. 44 incher. Toss, take it from here. And it was all Tony, nice guy. We're just making our way out of the bay, and all of a sudden he goes, look, a monster pike. And he tosses in his little lure. It didn't do anything, and he says, go ahead, throw over my line. So I threw over his line, and the rest is history.
Toss, what'd you have on the line? What were you throwing?
I was using a weedless spoon, a weedless Daredevil spoon, so Johnson Silver Minnow type style. So And proof to follow.
Yes, we'll show you everything later.
Tune in later,
Okay.
folks. Hey, Tosh,
Yes, Flip.
I think I got a fish on.
You got a fish on? Oh, and he got off.
I had a fish on.
What was that?
I had a fish on.
Fish off?
Fish on, fish off.
Fish off. Okay, thanks. Next time. Gentlemen, Flip is lying down, we'll call it, on a lovely rock, and this is Toss talking. Last day, day 8 of Blackmur's Lake Athabasca, Mike Borga trip. And Flip is going to show us how to catch a fish with his mouth. Did you get anything?
Fish off!
Fish off. Okay. When he catches one next time, we'll let you know.